What is up, everybody? Happy Monday. I hope your week is started off well. As many of you may know, I am super passionate right now about this book and this book and this book. And so we just started going through Steal Like an Artist with my team at Content Compounding, and I thought, you know what, if I'm putting in all the work to go through this with my team, why not jump on every Monday and just go through it with anybody that cares? And so if you don't want to read it yourself, or if you have read it and you just want to get insight from me about it, then here's where you can do that. If you don't, guess what? You don't have to. You do whatever the heck you want. But I love this content so much. And I think it's so powerful that even though this guy, Austin Kleon, even though he wrote these books without social media in mind, it's so applicable to what we're trying to do. And so if you're struggling with content, if you need your awareness on social media to be better, if you feel like you're underperforming from a sales perspective on social media, this is what this is all about, right? I'm helping you evolve and expand and be intentional with your content so that you can connect with your people on a level that you never have before, which is going to increase sales, but even more, it's going to increase the referral business that you're bringing into yourself, right? The pipeline it's going to create is absolutely incredible. So somebody said, "What's up?" But I don't know who said it because it just says Facebook users. So what's up? I wish I knew who you were. But guys, so I'm going to talk about chapter 1 of Steal Like an Artist, because there are so many nuggets that are wrapped into this very first chapter of this trilogy, and so I've got 5 things that I want to go over, and I think they're all going to be valuable. And so here is the first thought that I want us to really pour into, and it is this: nothing is original. Nothing is original. He talks about in the book how all creative work builds on what came before. So even so-called original ideas are stemming from an idea that someone else already had. So what does that mean for us? Guys, what that means for you is do something. Quit feeling the need to always be original. Quit feeling the need to always have to do something that somebody hasn't seen before. Quit feeling like you have to overthink everything because it's got to be uber creative and it's got to be unique and different. It just needs to happen. It just needs to happen. Nothing is original anymore. And I love, he quotes this guy in the book, and I'm gonna totally butcher this guy's name, but I think it's Andre Gide, right? I think he's French, and he says this. He says, "Everything that needs to be said has already been said, but since no one was listening, everything must be said again." And so that's so powerful, right? Because I could easily, right now, I could be thinking, man, I've already talked about Steal Like an Artist on social media, right? I've already done this. But the reality is that for those of you that saw it, you don't remember. And for many of you, you missed it for whatever the reason. And so now you're experiencing it for the first time, even though I'm not. So it's powerful when we allow ourselves to realize and be okay with nothing is original, and we keep going anyway. But then here's the second thing he talks about in chapter 1 of the book. He taught, what's up, Tim Harden? It's good to see you, bro. He talks about how you're the sum of your influence. And so if you are struggling with social media, look around at who you're letting around you. Because here's what I've seen happen with a lot of people that I've coached over the years, that you want to be better at social media, but your spouse is making you feel bad for being on social media all the time. Or you have a business partner that thinks that social media is stupid. And so you're constantly fighting against one another. And so you have to recognize that you are the sum of your influence. If you are not surrounding yourself by people that are calling you to a higher level, that are doing social media better than you, you are going to struggle, because we've always got to have people around us that are further down the road than we are, so that we can always have something to try to get to next. And so you've got to be super, super careful. He also talks about this in chapter 1. Garbage in, garbage out. When I am talking to realtors and lenders that are struggling with content, when you guys are saying, man, Kyle, I don't know what to talk about, I just can't think of anything to talk about, here's what it usually means to me. It usually means you're not really reading, you're not probably listening to podcasts, and you're probably not watching a lot of videos. It usually means that you are no longer challenging your brain, and therefore you're running out of creative opportunity. What I have found true for me is when I am in a habit of reading or writing or listening or watching stuff, when I am consuming content, I typically start working my brain, and it makes it easier for me to come up with things to talk about. But when I'm not, right, when I become a dam and not a reservoir, I struggle. Why? Garbage in, garbage out. Garbage in, garbage out. We've got to be putting the right things in if we want to get the right things out. And so if all you're doing is consuming yourself with sales, right, and you're not absorbing content from other people, you're going to always be super salesy when you get on social media. You're going to lose the human element of what you're trying to do because you're so stuck in your sales cycle. And so you've got to be aware that the same way, right, a lot of people are focused on what you put in your body is what helps you get the right output out of your body from a health perspective. We've got to do the same mentally, psychologically, spiritually, if we want to create good content. We've got to. So you've got to recognize garbage in and garbage out. But then he also talks about something else that I really love, is he talks about collecting good ideas. Collect good ideas. I have just on my desk right in front of me, I've got 1, 2, 3, right? 3. I've got another notebook over here, another notebook over here. I've got notebooks behind me. Guys, I am always writing things down, because here's what we have to understand for content. If you want to get better at content, you have to realize that not all content is in the moment. And so if you think about something, you should write it down. Whether you do this physically with a pen and paper, or whether you use your notes on your iPhone, or you have an app where you do this, where you can do, you can speak dictation into your phone, however you want to do it. Collect good ideas. When something happens, right, write it down. Make a note of it, because it may not make sense to talk about it right this second, but it would make perfect sense for you to come back to it a week from now and address it. And so part of our problem where we struggle with content is we live too in the moment. What's up, Leo? Thanks for watching. We live too in the moment. And so we've got to be putting things in place on a daily basis where we can just capture thoughts. If you're in a meeting and somebody in the meeting says something awesome, write it down, because that might make a great video for you to do later. When is later? I don't know. It could be a day from now. It could be a year from now. But get practicing writing things down. Collecting good ideas is powerful. When you watch videos like this, surely in a 15-minute video, I'm going to say something that if you chose to regurgitate it, it would be powerful for your people. Write it down. Write it down. Collect good ideas. And then here was the last thing that he said that really resonated with me. And Brian, I'm glad. Brian said, I thought I was the only one constantly writing things down. Good to know I'm not. Dude, you're not. You know what? You're better than most because you're actually writing it down. And guys, let me tell you how cool this is. All right, I've got people watching on Facebook. I've got people watching on LinkedIn. This is how cool StreamYard is. Because right now, this is being broadcast to 6 different places. From Facebook to LinkedIn to YouTube, right? It's going all over the place. And so I highly encourage you, check out StreamYard. If you haven't, there's another one called Restream that does something similar. But these multicasts are powerful because if you're going to put in the work to do the video, why not get it in as many places as possible? All right. And so this is powerful stuff, guys, when we leverage technology. And then here's the last thing that I took from chapter 1. Again, for those of you just tuning in, I'm talking about chapter 1 and Steal Like an Artist. And this is what he says. He says, you've got to school yourself. Guys, we live in a world now where if your excuse for not doing something is you didn't know how to do it, you're just being lazy. I'm just being lazy because we have at our fingertips, right? MBA level education everywhere. I can go get the same content someone would take in a master's program. I can go get it online for free like that. And so for us to just sit around and go, man, I want to do more videos, but I'm not sure what to do. I want to be better on Instagram, but I'm just not sure how to do it. For us to say those things is really just lip service. It's really just us having excuses, because if we truly wanted to know, we have the ability to be better. Because I can go Google anything. I can go get on YouTube and look up anything and learn right now. And so this is twofold, because we should always be schooling ourselves. We should always be trying to be better on our own. But guys, we can also, hear me when I say this, you need to take people to the University of Kyle Draper. You need to take people to the University of Brian Bolger. You need to take people to the University of Tim Hardin. Guys, your people want more of you. They do. Your people value your opinion. And the world doesn't need to value you. The country doesn't need to value you. Most of you that watch this, you work inside of a community. You work inside of a local group of people where you just need to be a little bit more present for your business to grow by leaps and bounds. You're not trying to be a celebrity. You're not trying to grow this national clothing brand. You sell a loan product or you sell real estate in a local market, and you just need more of those people to remember you when their buying decision shows up. And so we can do this very simply by inviting people to the University of Coach Kyle. Right? I jump on here and I do this stuff and I educate you guys on what I'm being educated on. I'm educating you through my experience. And so guess what? If you don't want to listen, don't listen. If you don't want to watch, you don't watch. But people do. And it will be those people that turn into your greatest referral sources, that turn into your next opportunity, that turn into your greatest clients because you showed up. So don't just school yourself, school others. And when we do this, guys, you will take advantage of the weakness that everyone else in your industry has. Everyone else. And that's why I call this the social media mindset. Because when we get this, when you really understand that the only thing keeping you from more business is yourself and getting in front of the people that already know, like, and trust you, it is a game changer. And so take something that I taught, take something that you learned, and go regurgitate it to your people. And watch them say, oh my gosh, Brian, thank you. Tim, man, thank you. Thank you for pouring into me, because that's exactly what I needed today. This is how easy this can be. And so chapter 1 of Steal Like an Artist is in the books. Next week, we'll do chapter 2. If you haven't bought this, guys, go get it. Go get it. It's powerful. It's going to change your life. And I don't say that lightheartedly. It is an amazing tool. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you soon.